When John Fannin left New England, we were looking for a guitar player singer to replace John. Hirsh, the drummer, and Gary, the bass player, and myself were in Boston looking for a guitar player and a singer, songwriter. And I called Gene Simmons. We had toured with Kiss and were good friends, so I called Gene, and we weren't on the phone 5 minutes. Gene says, here, call this guy. He's great. And it was Vinnie. And Vinnie was in L.A., so I called Vinnie, we talked. He knew about New England. He liked the band. He goes, I don't really want to be in New England. He said, but why don't you guys listen to my material, see what you think, and maybe we can do something else. So he sent us 5 songs, and Gary and I and Hirsh learned those songs and had them down. We had a rehearsal place of our own. So Vinnie flew to Boston with his guitar. We had a Marshall amp for him, and we played those 5 songs. He loved it. We loved it. So we all just went to L.A. I just moved. I mean, I was gone in 2 or 3 weeks. I rented a truck and just after 12 years in Boston, and I just left. So we all did.
Was Vinnie living there at the time in L.A.?
Yes.
Okay.
He was a very successful TV and film writer, writing with other people and stuff. And then he was working with Kiss at the time, a little bit of session stuff for them, or writing with them maybe. Kiss was recording at the record plant. We went to the record plant to do our demo for Warrior, the band with Vinnie. We did a demo for CBS, and we recorded at the record plant. So us and Kiss were hanging out there at the record plant. I could see the writing on the wall, that Vinnie was perfect for them. And that's fine. I mean, I get it. You don't turn down a gig with Kiss, So we did the demo, but we didn't get signed by CBS. So Vinnie joined Kiss.
So even while you're recording, you thought he was going to go with Kiss? Because I know with the Kiss thing, sorry, go ahead.
No, I kind of had a feeling it just made sense. We'd be hanging out in the lounge with Paul and Gene or whatever, and you could sense it that they thought a lot of his talent, and they needed somebody like that. They needed a really good player, but also a writer in the band. So it was kind of a perfect fit for them. So I wasn't surprised at all when Vinnie said, he was going to do that.
But when you're seeing Paul and Gene with him, they interacted well with each other?
Oh, yeah. But again, that was before he joined the band. And once he joined the band, the tour was imminent. Obviously, they were going to tour, so they were off and running. I talked to Vinnie from the road. He would call me from the road with Kiss, and then I went to see Kiss in L.A. and saw Vinnie and met his parents, actually. They were there. And it was all good vibes. I talked to Gene, and it was just real normal. I thought it was going to work really well. Well, it did for a bit.
What were Vinnie's parents like?
Really super nice people, elderly people from Connecticut. And I don't think they'd ever been to L.A. He flew them out to L.A. probably because they wanted to see him play. So I'm kind of guessing that was a kind of a fun trip for them, to come to Los Angeles. They'd never been to Los Angeles. So it was kind of a fun trip for them. And then they got to see him play in a cool place and all that. Yeah, they were very nice people, old school, East Coast.